2023 marks the 30th anniversary of the classic film Jurassic Park. A plethora of toys, cards, collectibles, and video games have been released over the last 3 decades. But there's one game you've probably never even heard of. Today on Sync, we're going to take a look at a Jurassic Park game for Game Boy Advance that was only released in Japan. Jurassic Park Institute Tour Dinosaur Rescue. Before we talk about the game, let me give you some background on the Jurassic Park Institute Tour. The Institute Tour was an educational, dinosaur-themed exhibition that toured across Japan in the early 2000s. The tour featured several scripted scenes that featured both live actors and animatronic dinosaurs in sets that were inspired by the film. The tour had sadly ended by the time I got to Japan in 2005, so I unfortunately wasn't able to see the tour myself in person, but I was thankfully able to find a copy of the game. Jurassic Park Institute Tour Dinosaur Rescue for Game Boy Advance is one of many exclusive Institute Tour branded products that were available via the tour's gift shop. The game's box art features the tour's logo, along with some of the franchise's iconic dinosaurs in grayscale in the background. Aside from the Sero rating, the words Game Boy Advance in katakana, and some tiny text stating the game is a one-player action game, the front, top, bottom, and both sides of the box are almost entirely in English. The back of the box features primarily Japanese text, explaining that the game features 5 minigames and is only compatible with Game Boy Advance handhelds and the Game Boy Player for Nintendo GameCube. The cartridge and manual feature the English logo and Jurassic Park Institute Tour in katakana, but interestingly do not include the Dinosaur Rescue subtitle. The Dinosaur Rescue text on the box is actually a sticker, and the subtitle is also missing from the game's title screen, so it seems like it was a last-minute addition. The title screen has 2 options: Game Start or Gallery Mode. Gallery Mode features 26 images from each film in the original Jurassic Park trilogy that can be unlocked by getting high scores in each minigame. The images are heavily pixelated and somewhat low quality, but there's still a fun bonus incentive for earning high scores. Game Start takes you to the Game Select screen, where you can play one of the game's 5 minigames. Cross Dinosaur is basically Jurassic Park-themed Frogger, but instead of guiding a frog across a busy highway, you have to guide your human character to a rescue helicopter while avoiding stampeding Triceratops. The controls are very basic. You simply move up, down, left, or right using the D-pad. The game is quite easy at first, but the frequency and quantity of Triceratops increases as the game goes on. The helicopter also changes position each time you lose a life, which can potentially make getting a high score easier, as it will sometimes be directly across from the start point. In Danger Zone, you have to guide a Parasaurolophus to safety while avoiding falling volcanic rocks. You control your dinosaur by tapping right on the D-pad or the A button to move right, or tapping left on the D-pad or the B button to move left. Each Parasaurolophus that reaches the cave will earn you 10 points, but if you can save 10 without getting hit, your dinosaur will turn silver and earn you 15 points upon escaping. If you then manage to save 20 silver dinos, your Parasaurolophus will turn gold and earn you 20 points when saved. If you get hit while your dinosaur is silver or gold, you will lose a life and revert back to the original brown Parasaurolophus, so it's critical to reach and stay in gold form if you want a high score. Egg Guard has you play as a pteranodon protecting its eggs from poachers. The poachers approach the nest from one of 6 paths, and you will automatically repel them as long as you are on the same path. You can rotate the pteranodon around the 6 paths using the D-pad, or do a quick jump to the opposite side of the nest by pressing the A button. You earn between 2 and 5 points for each poacher you repel, with higher points being awarded for repelling them at the last second. Also, for every 500 points you earn, one of the eggs in your nest will hatch and award you with bonus points. The frequency and quantity of poachers increases as you play, so mastering the quick jump is critical for getting a high score. Rexercise is basically Simon Says with a T-Rex. You simply have to watch and then repeat the T-Rex's movements using the D-pad, A and B buttons, and both shoulder buttons. Although the T-Rex performs its moves at a steady tempo, you can repeat them as quickly or as slowly as you like. In each round, the T-Rex only adds a single new move to the end of the previous sequence, so getting a high score is just a matter of memorization. In Take Meat, you play as a raptor that has to reach, collect, and return meat to its offspring while avoiding a distant human's bazooka fire. You control your dinosaur by tapping right on the D-pad or the A button to move right, or left on the D-pad or the B button to move left. The A button is also used to collect meat when you reach the right side of the stage. You earn points both for collecting meat and for returning it to your nest. The best strategy for a high score is to collect a large amount of meat before returning to the nest, but it can definitely be risky as the more meat you collect, the slower your raptor moves on its way back. Also, a silver raptor will occasionally appear atop the right cliff and toss down JP logos that can be collected for bonus points. There you have it, a Jurassic Park game that never left Japan. Aside from the Japanese text on the instructional screens in-game, the game is very import-friendly and makes a great addition to any Jurassic Park or video game collection. If you are interested in adding a copy to your own collection, I've provided an eBay link in the description below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and of course, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I greatly appreciate any support you can provide. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again!